I have 3 courses of block completed now and just ready to start on the 4th. And after this 3rd course, I'm running 2 strands of 3/8 inch rebar horizontally across the whole row, and I'll cement them in. They'll give the wall support that way. 8-inch block, I'll just put some reinforcing ladder is what they call it. But I'm not going to fill all these blocks up with concrete, all the empty spaces. So I'm filling them up with sand, the ones that won't be vertical columns of concrete and rebar. And I'm filling them up with sand and soaking them down good with water so they get packed in there. And I only filled this up halfway, this block halfway with sand. And when I get this next course laid across here, all the way around, I'll mix up some concrete and I'll fill these empty spaces in with concrete now from the sand, so I got concrete all around the rebar. So it'd be like a solid beam across there of concrete and rebar. And then the vertical columns, I will fill them later after the wall is done, and I'll stick some 1/2 inch rebar down and I'll just pour concrete down there to make solid columns to give it some vertical support. But so far it went pretty good. This course should probably go pretty good because I got it already spaced with 3/8 inch rebar. So actually the mixture can be a little bit looser. It'll be easier to put them on. So that's the progress I got going right now. This gravel I got for the concrete mix, this is some pretty decent stuff. There's quite a bit of rock in there. I think it does a pretty good mix. If you look down the space, you can see the rebar, and I'm filling up around that about halfway up this fourth course. That one I'll fill from the top down, throw some more 1/2-inch rebar. I tend not to put the rebar right on the corner, but one piece off to each side of the rebar. Then about every third block I put a vertical one in. Then the open doorway opening, I'll put a vertical rebar on each side on the end. But otherwise, I split the corner and put rebar off to each side a little bit. I think the corner is pretty strong the way it is without rebar. So I'll add it to the little bit off to the side. Well, looks like it had a little cave in. Went to eat lunch, and when I came back down here, looks like it fell in. And it even knocked 2 of my block off. Yeah, it looks like I gotta get the shovel out now and dig this all out by hand. Still got some of those bird holes there. Can't really cave in anymore. Yeah, I just dug out my level and got a little bent out of shape. And darn it, that's a pretty good level too. 7-footer. Well, yeah, it's bent that way too.